AEW without CM Punk is going to be much different. In this video, I'm going to break it down because CM Punk has obviously dominated the headlines in the last few days following his AEW departure with the whole incident at All In with Jungle Boy Jack Perry, where they got into a backstage physical altercation. It also follows the All Out 2022 press conference incident and the brawl with the Elite. I, just like many of you, was caught off guard by the fact that Tony Khan announced AEW had fired Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, on Saturday afternoon, just hours before Collision, hours before WWE Payback. And it was in Chicago, and you got to give him credit for doing so. He could have easily waited till Monday morning, Tuesday, Wednesday, even on Dynamite to announce that they had fired CM Punk, but they didn't. He owned up to the fact that this is what they were going to do. He owned up to the fact that something needed to be done, and he owned up in front of fans. He went out before Collision went live on TNT and told them. He also did a pre-recorded statement that aired on Collision. As I was watching the All Out 2023 pay-per-view event, it really dawned on me, wow, AEW is going to be much different without CM Punk. And I think that's a good thing, and here's why. AEW had an alternative. They were an alternative. They were a great alternative. And then in the months leading up to All Out 2022, things were just different with the promotion. It didn't feel the same. It didn't feel as loose. It didn't feel as laid back. It didn't feel as much as the wrestlers had freedom like they did. There's something to be said about the creation of pro wrestling and the freedom of pro wrestling, being able to liberate those in the wrestling business, including wrestlers, being able to go out there and perform at a level and in a situation in which you're comfortable doing. And I didn't feel that. And there was something lacking with AEW in that summer, which also started with the situations with the Hangman Page shoot promo, ultimately the All Out experience. And AEW's ratings had fallen. The interest had fallen. The merchandise and ticket sales and any other business metric that you want had fallen. But when I was watching All Out, it felt different. But it felt similar at the same way. It felt like 2019 and 2020 and early 2021 again. AEW will be different without CM Punk under contract. And yes, it may be a small, but just, it's going to be a situation where they're going to feel it for a minute. But in the long run, I think AEW is going to be much better off without CM Punk, as crazy as it sounds right now.